Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House, and we're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and then we're also on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. I feel like it's been forever since I've made a video. It's been so busy, and I think I told you that my mom has been a little under the weather, so to speak. And so that continues. So we've just been, super busy. Plus I had the workshop and I made a rookie mistake and absolutely did not take photographs. So that's a big bust. We had so much fun and all of the people did amazing journals and every one of them was completely different. It was so much fun. So I'll post some pictures on Instagram and on Facebook of my setup, but other than that I didn't get anybody any pictures of them making the journals. I've got to figure out a way to remind myself. I'll probably have to set a reminder on my phone or something. Today I'm doing a mass make. I wanted to make some of these little tabs to put a little charm in, and kind of like, let's see. Sorry with the clanging there. Let's just get a little key out. Something little. There we go. But after I punch the hole, you can still glue it easily. Let me put you in just a little bit here. There you go. You could still glue it easily to your journal page. And then, you could even put fabric. Let's see, I have a little piece of fabric here. My desk is slightly a mess. Not slightly, it is a disaster actually. Because I'm getting ready to, get ready for this retreat that I'm going to. So I'm trying to make piles and different things. Anyway, so yeah, like you could make this little dangle. This is kind of bulky, but that's what I had on my desk. And then once you get your pages done, in your journal, you can just slide it on there. Just put a little glue and it slides right on. It's super cute. I made these right here, these tabs out of, oh, I guess I'll just keep that on there. Little, what do I want to call them, like labels and such that were in the Junk Journal Studio Fall Bounty. And even like this one that's kind of off-shaped, once you put it on, nobody's going to know about that. See, it looks just fine. And this one was too short, and so there was some white, but after I put, some vintage photo on it, it's none the wiser. So it still looks really cute on there. And then this one, this was off of one of the circles that they had. I'm much better at punching out a tab than I am a circle. But yeah, and so just a little bit of glue and that will hold it down. And then I have these over here that I'll be using to make ruffles. So probably the pages I don't have ruffles would have maybe at least one will have a little eyelet in it. Anyways, and then here's this is my personal journal. This indicates, this little tab, this is a new journal. This indicates my granddaughter's birthday. And so these are some of the fabrics that I made that tote out of. So I thought that was a fun keepsake there. So I just wanted to show you how it would, look in a real journal, if you did something like that. Okay, I'll set that aside and we'll get started here. So I have just a piece of scrapbook paper. I think I got this at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, I don't know, something like that. So I have that, and here's another scrap of scrapbook paper. And then this is one of the, let's see. Yeah, this is one of the design team freebies. If you go to Journal Me Crazy, go to her YouTube station. And if you'll look at her videos for the freebie, there'll be a link and you'll be able to download this freebie. So I thought this would be fun. These would be great as a tall, skinny tag, which would go great in these pockets, or a belly band. You know, you could put it sideways and make a belly band, but I'm going to cut them out and I'm going to use them to make tabs. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go a little wide just to give myself a little room here. I'm going to set this aside. Need to cut that out, cut those out. Okay. So I am just going to, I'm going to leave them wide on the sides. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I think I'll just fold it this way. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this down. That. Hope everybody's doing good, having a good day. Fall is upon us. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, the weather is gorgeous. It's one of those days where it's really chilly, but if you stand in the sun, it just heats you up like a warm hug, you know. And there's kind of, it just seems like everything has like a little gloss to it. Maybe a little bit of dew, and it's so cold that it hasn't evaporated. And it's just so pretty out. I've got my pumpkins out, and I always, I'm going to tell you this, and then I'm going to give you a disclaimer. I always spray my pumpkins with clear paint, spray paint. And what it does, there's a couple of things it does. It helps them to retain their color and not, what do I want to say, not spoil, you know, in the heat and the different, you know, if it's raining and, or if it gets super cold, it keeps it from not spoiling. And also, I think because of a little bit of that smell from paint, it keeps animals from not being interested in it. Now, I do want to say, speaking of animals, you don't want to dispose of it the way you would a pumpkin that, you know, hasn't been treated, because once it does rot, and it eventually will, you don't want an animal to eat anything that has, you know, spray paint on it. So dispose of it in a different way. So I just want to give that little disclaimer. But they're beautiful. They last all the way past Thanksgiving. I end up disposing of them. What am I hitting here? I end up disposing of them after Thanksgiving, and you know, getting ready for Christmas. So they'll last quite a long time. Oh my goodness, what is happening here? I'm catching on something. I don't know what I'm catching on under there. So just when I get one side in, the other side catches. Here we go. Maybe I need both hands. So if you double your paper, you know, like I did, if you fold your paper and then you put your fold just slightly under that cut at the top and then cut it, you'll have that fold at the top. Otherwise, you know, you could do a single, and I've done singles. If I just have a little piece of paper, I've done a single, and then I just back it with another single. Okay. So anyways, yeah, the pumpkins look amazing outside. I always do orange outside. I had to stop and think, because you've heard my thing where I get orange and green mixed up. I do orange outside, and then I do white pumpkins inside, because my house is white-ish. Whites, different colors of whites and neutrals. And so that is how that goes, and they just look so pretty. So pretty. We haven't grown our own pumpkins. I have heard of people doing that. My daughter tried it one time. She put a couple of seeds out, and before she knew it, I guess one of them had rotted. And before she knew it, she had a pumpkin patch. And she lives, you know, in the city, in a neighborhood with a little backyard and all of this. Before she knew it, she had this pumpkin patch. So they had ended up having to dig that whole area up. It's so funny. Now they plant veggies in pots and stuff. I think that helps to kind of contain them a little bit better. So I'm just edging this because once you put that little eyelet in there, it's a little bit more difficult to edge, especially this fold, you know. So yeah, so I wanted to make some of these because I'm getting ready to go to that retreat this weekend, and I want to have some things already made. I am so far behind on fussy cutting. It's not even funny. I need to have a good long movie or something and sit there and just fussy cut, fussy cut. I have got to get going. It's one of those things where you kind of work on what's in front of you, what's coming, you know. So the workshop, which was, again, so fun, and I had my little store, so I was working on things for that, which was a great success, I feel, in what I would consider a success. And, yeah, so I worked on a lot of that. So now I'm working on retreat. Then I will begin working on, oh, I guess I want to do some of these too. I'm going to just do a few of these, and then we'll do all of the eyelets at one time. So yeah, the Paper Studio, that is Hobby Lobby. That's where I got this, Hobby Lobby. So we'll do this. So my next retreat will be Christmas. We'll be making Christmas journals. And I have some vintage Christmas things that I'm dying to get out. And it's going to be so fun to share those. Let's see, does that have a flower? There we go. I was like, does that not have a flower at all on it? So having this little pop-up store, and really it's, you know, just little ditties here and there, little scraps of fabric, little charms, things like that. It's so fun to be able to share things, even though, you know, there's a little bit of a cost. The workshop, you know, I share a lot of vintage things too, but the store gives an option for people to, and I call it a store loosely, but it gives people an option to, you know, create things that are not bulk like what I'm doing in the workshops. Everybody has the same things, and then they just put it together in their own style. Whereas if they want to go to this little store, they have, you know, all these other options of stuff. So I'm excited to go through my Christmas and get it out too. And I'm excited to get over to the Junk Journal Studio and get the Christmas kits, because I know, you know, the kits are so gigantic that, remember when I did this, I don't know if you remember when I did the Summer's Bounty one, and I just was like, this thing has so many pages to it. So now I'm doing the fall one, the fall kit, and the Christmas one is gigantic. I cannot wait. So that will start. I'll be working on that as soon as I get back from, well, I say as soon as I get back from this retreat. I say it like that because I'm hoping I get some things done at the retreat. But like I said, more than anything, it's fun to fellowship, and that's usually what I end up doing the most of. It's just giggling with girls. Oh boy. So I am excited about it. Get all my unfinishes over here. So this will give me, oopsies, so that one I got a little bit too close. You see that? I got too close when I cut it. So I am going to glue that at the top there before I get started. Hopefully that's the only one that did that. I'm just gluing the top because I want to still have it open to be able to put on a page, you know. I love how these all turn out so different when you cut them. You know, like this one really captured sunflower, but they all look good together. Get to see my oldest grandson today, so I'm super excited about that. He has football practice, and I get to pick him up from football practice. Can't wait to see him. And then tomorrow, I get to see my youngest grandson. He won an award, a spirit award at school. His classmates had nominated him. Love that stuff. So I'll get to go to the ceremony tomorrow morning. Cannot wait. He is something. He has the biggest doe eyes. I don't know if you can say that about a boy, but I mean, they are just huge, brown, gorgeous eyes. And then when he's mischievous or thinks he's super funny or something, which is a lot, he is funny, those eyes just glow. I love it. Okay, here we go. All right, so then what I have is my, what are these called? Crocodile. I have my crocodile. And I'm going to use the 3/16. Is that what it is? Yeah, 3/16. I don't know if you can see it. And I'm just going to punch randomly. Well, not randomly. I'm going to punch at the top of most. These that don't have a direction or words, it can also be the bottom. So either one. So I'm just going to punch that. And I do want to go down a little ways because and I may not have gone down enough there, but the eyelet needs a little bit of space. So, okay. So even these that have, I'm going to do it down here. Even these that have, you know, just a blank color to them are still going to be great to put an eyelet in them. Okay. So there's some little eyelets that came with this thing, and I mean to tell you, I wanted this. I'd seen it, someone use it on a YouTube video, and so I wanted it. So one Christmas I asked for it and I got it, and I was super excited about it. But it has no directions. Mine did not have any directions at all. It didn't have like a little, well, let's see, does this booklet show directions? Punch, insert, and set. And that's really it. Punch, insert, and set. The problem is the Crocodile, well, I don't know if it's a problem, but my challenge was the Crocodile has so many settings, you know, like you can flip and turn and all of that. So I could not figure out. Let me look at that again. Yeah, and see here, it doesn't really show you which to use for what. So I then went back online and tried to figure it out. And I think I have it figured out. But anyway, so what comes with it are these little eyelets. And these eyelets, I don't know if you can see this or not, has, you can see the stain on my fingernails. It has this, what this part of it, this nose, let's call it, is perforated. So once you clamp it, those fan out. Well, sometimes they can be kind of sharp. So anyways, I ordered on Amazon these. Now they're a little bit thicker around. I don't know if I can show you very well. They're both called 3/16. Oh my gosh, I hope I can show you. Okay. This one is it has a little thicker around than that one does. Also, this one does not have that perforated. It's just solid. Okay, so then I thought, oh boy, that's going to be a situation. But it actually is even better because it gives a really nice smooth. Okay, so this is how I'm doing it. I'm using that little needle there, and I'm using the flat down there. Oops, sorry about that. The flat, and I'm putting the top in the needle and then using the bottom to flatten it. You can see that. Okay, and then I'm just giving it a squeeze. And then it just gives this beautiful finished edge here. Let me show you one with the other, okay? Hate to waste anything, but okay, I'm gonna do the same thing, put that through. Oopsie. Okay, and I'm gonna put that like the other one I did. And I'm gonna clamp it. Okay. Now look at this. You see what I mean? Now, unless I'm doing something wrong, so if somebody knows the trick to it, let me know. But I have not been any more successful than what you see there. So this is the one that came with it. These are the ones I ordered off Amazon. And I just feel like they were so much better. So now once I get stuff in this one, especially let's say I decided to do it like this. Maybe I'll put because I'll use this, so we'll put the fabric behind. Of course, it's going to be out like this. And that will help it to not, you know, for it not to be rough. But I just really, really like, you know, the other one. I really like the other one. I'm going to set that aside because I don't want to get it mixed up. Okay. So anyways, and, you know, they weren't super expensive. For, I think you get 100. So I was happy with that. On the ones that I got from with the kit, when you clamp it, you hear a little, and that's when I know that it's a done deal, like it's already been smashed. This one, I just go all the way down. I don't hear anything, so I just give it a good clamping. I love how these look. I got the antiqued looking ones because the majority of things that I do, this would fit. And then if I did decide that I needed a different color, I do have the different colors from the Crocodile. Okay, so here's another thing that, you know, you might run into. These are cardstock, so it's much thicker paper. And so that just rides really nice. Nice and perfect there. Now this one is just regular paper. It's not even heavy scrapbook paper. And so this has a little bit of a gap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I go to one of these different bottoms here, if that will help. Try it. I don't know if that will smash it any better. No. Let's try another one. There. That smashed it a little bit better. So one of them has a little nub, and then this one had a taller nub. So it helped smash it a little bit better on that. Good. You know, for me, it's all experimental. I just keep trying until I figure it out. And sometimes I don't figure it out, like initially. And so then that's when oops, I don't have the right one. So then that's when I went on YouTube. And now some smart people would do YouTube first to figure it out. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? It's not clamping at all. There we go. Huh, now what have I done? I put the wrong thing on it. I changed it to do that other one, and now I can't remember which one I had it on. So we're going to try each one. Know what's going on here. Do I have a dud? Maybe the eyelet is a dud? I think the eyelet is a dud. Let's try another one. Oh, I hope I haven't messed it up. Okay, I'm going to do it on another one of these. And then, this probably one or two will be the last because I need to get a few things done. And then I'll have to come back. Yeah, I think that must have been a dud because that worked fine. That's too bad. I wonder if I can get it out of there without tearing the paper. Probably not. Anyways, it's fun. Yeah, that must have just been a dud. It felt like as I examined it further that the little nose, this thing right here, wasn't as long. So it didn't have enough to clamp on. Yeah, those are all working fine. Okay, now I'm going to readjust and do these. So we got quite a bit done though, look. That one's that short one. Got quite a bit done, so I'm really happy with that. And I'll finish these up a little later. And yeah, And then I'm going to be on to making ruffles for the journal. And you guys have seen me do ruffles before. So I don't know if I'll make a video or not. I might turn it on just to chit chat. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you have any tricks, let me know. I'd love to hear it. And I know the others would love to hear it too. So thanks so much for watching and subscribing. We really appreciate you. And don't forget, if you have any pictures, we'd love to see them over on our Facebook page, Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. And the when you do the and, it's a little ampersand. Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. That's our Facebook. We'd love to see your pictures and what you're working on. Thanks, everybody. And don't forget, we pray blessings over you, and we want you to know you're so loved. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.